Right, two big dogs on today's stage, and the first one being the Great Dane, Mads Pedersen. An unbelievable ride for him over today's terrain, and this was one of the reasons why. The green jersey points, one very hard climb early on, which he managed to get in the breakaway of. Then he was able to keep that group together with the help of his teammates Soren Kragh Andersen and Julian Bernard. He took the points here with a big old effort, but this is not just the only thing he did. After that, sat down, got into his rhythm, and this was the point where the breakaway started to split. A 51-rider break. Over hard terrain, Mads Pedersen started to split up. He did have help from his teammates, but this ride in itself, after yesterday's performance, was remarkable. And he didn't just finish there. There was a Category 1 climb, 7.8 kilometres long. It was a first cat. He got onto that in relatively good position, but then there was the attack of Ayuso. The climbers came into play. But if we get to this point here, 11 Ks to go, he managed to descend like an absolute bullet, get back into this second chasing group, and from this second chasing group he managed to get some points at the finish line. The other person who did a fantastic ride today was Juan Ayuso. First of all, he's got Almeida sat second in GC, so you'd thought all eyes would be protected and around him. But Ayuso managed to get himself into the breakaway. He jumped across on the first climb and then started to try and split things up. You can see in the background there the peloton. He managed to jump across to that. There was already 15 riders in the break. He managed to take a lot of people across with him, which then ultimately did a lot more complicated for him and his only other teammate in there, Marc Soler. And then Marc Soler did this, the final climb of the day, 3.6 Ks, well, 2 Ks before the top. They went on the attack together. This was a big, big effort. Today's stage could have gone anywhere. The Mads Pedersen in there, the size of the group going either way. He managed to stay at the front end of things. Marc Soler managed to look after him well enough to set him up going into this climb because he knew he was one of the best climbers. Romo then joined him, which was a remarkable effort by Romo, but coming into the finish, these two were battling it out into the sprint, and it was none of them. Ayuso taking his second stage victory after what's been a very hard Vuelta for him, mentally and physically. He's on fire at the minute, but only on one day. He's got the Almeida in his team that he needs to look after in the next coming days. Can he do it? I don't think he really cares, to be honest. He's got 2 stage wins in the bag.